I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important things are needed to be.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
I've been muted this entire fucking time. Motherfuckers. God damn it. That's why my phone was going crazy. Thank you. Thank you to the people who
Who's been holding up the
God
damn
damn
elevator?
it. Joe Biden, I think your teleprompter was broken. No one could hear you. Thank you, Joe Biden. Let's start this over again. Hello, world. It's Berto Prey 5, Cupla, and welcome to Bed Life for Monday, November 21st, 2022. Today is National Confession Day, but also National False Confession Day. And I said a lot of really interesting stuff on the subject. You'll just have to believe me. I can't possibly repeat it. It was genius, and now it's gone. But False Confession Day, November 21st, 2022. It's False Confession Day. It's the perfect day for people who want to test others through false confessions. It's also gone. The Traveler, formerly known as Wesley Crusher, with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Traveler. Says, Bird, fix your microphone. We can't hear you. Thank you so much, Traveler. I apologize for that. It is fixed. I believe it's fixed now, right? You can hear me. Yeah. Yeah, it shows you can hear me now. Anyway, today's the perfect day for who want to test others through false confessions, but also an opportunity to convey the truth in disguise of a false confession. It's the perfect day for pranksters among us who want to fool someone. Who wouldn't love a harmless joke? We all tell lies for a variety of reasons, which I think is a bit presumptuous, but fine. To save a sensitive person from a harmless joke? No. To save a sensitive person feeling from being hurt? Snowflake. To look cool, to get a job, to get out of being arrested. It doesn't say that, but I assume that's a valid reason as any. And we can all do this on False Confession Day freely and without having to face consequences. Period. The end. No fine print. Okay, I just watched a show on Netflix about some kid who tried to buy a Harrier jet using 700,000 Pepsi points that he was able to get for like $70,000 or something. And it actually went to trial or whatever. It went to court. So apparently they didn't put a fine print on this. So this, I assume, legally binding today. Don't tell the FBI or the police that your confession is false until you're actually on the bench. Then you say, sorry, Your Honor, I made that confession on November 21st, which is False Confession Day. And it said that there's no repercussions. So, there really wasn't a secret cabal, eating human babies to keep the lizard people in power. That was just something I made up on the spot. That being said, please, but it's only saying please, refrain from making confessions that can hurt others or create legal complications. But they only say please. They don't mean, it doesn't mean you have to. It just means you should. The history of False Confession Day. Confessions are great. A good confession can help ease the weight on the soul. But do you know what's more fun? A false confession. A false confession day was likely invented by pranksters who needed more than one day a year to test out their practical pranks. Someone might have started the day to observe the reaction of people to a particular scenario. The day is always celebrated by causing confusion and bewilderment among the people. False confession also has other uses. One can easily discover people's perceptions of various situations without actually having been in one. But we urge people not to get too serious about the day. Please do not confess to matters which have legal complications. Also, don't use the day to find a romantic date. Well, what the hell's the purpose of a day if you're not to find a romantic date? These are matters best done honestly without using false confession day for aid. The fuck it is. Honestly. You know what's honestly happening? The human race is going extinct because it's becoming, people are expected to be honest. You know what happens when you're honest with your potential dates? You don't make them. The guys don't go out with the women don't go out with the guys, and there are no more babies being made, and the population shrinks. That's why the population of the developing world continues to shrink year after year. Fuckers. Another cool way to use the day is to confess the truth and make others think it's a false confession. This is a diplomatic situation where you're not lying, but at the same time, you are not at risk of exposing your secrets to the public. What the hell else would you have to do a false confession about if it wasn't of legal consequence or romantic consequence? What am I going to false confess to? Eating a fucking pie off my neighbor's windowsill? Like, what is this? What is this? The Flintstones? No. The only thing of consequence anybody has any reason to confess to is if it's of legal consequence or romantic consequence. Nothing else fucking matters. Nothing else matters. Nobody's going to confess to what? I mean, like, what do you even confess to that doesn't have legal repercussions? I can't even think. I can't even think. What you say? I cheated at Monopoly when I was 5 years old. That's got legal repercussions. To me, I would sue your ass unless it was me, and I would say I didn't cheat. I just played it with my own rules that said, of course, I get all the money when I land on free parking. I didn't say you get money when you land on free parking. I said I get money when I land on free parking, and you were just dumb enough to go along with it. That's not cheating. That's just not fully explaining the rules of the game. Anyway, I don't know. This false confession day is turning out to be a fucking disaster. Anyway, it's also National Red Mitten Day, Odd Sock Day, World Fisheries Day, but most important, it is Hello World Day. And I know it says World Hello Day. I'm not a fucking dyslexic like Salty, but it's close enough. It's close enough. World Hello Day. It's as close as we're going to get to Hello World Day. The importance of personal communication is illustrated for preserving peace. whatever. Whatever. Hello world. Hello world. Let's check on what's going on in the chat. Richie Poole was first in the chat today, and it says today Berto Prey 5 confesses that he's really a Democrat and has been all along. Kapla. Sure, Richie, I was always a Democrat. Richie Poole says, Berto Prey, have you been following the Artemis mission? I mean, I saw it take off like 40 minutes after it took off. I woke up at 3 in the morning and put it on. But no, after that, I really haven't been following. I know for some reason it's supposed to take like a month to get to the moon, which doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me when this is supposedly more powerful than a Saturn V, and that got them to the moon in 3 days. So I don't really know what's going on there, but that's all I've been following. And Richie Poole says, I have to confess to make, I think I have a confession to make. Richie Poole thinks Star Trek Picard season 2 is pretty good. Pretty good. You're only 4 episodes in. Okay, Richie. To be fair, tell me when you're at the end of the season. The first few episodes of both seasons were the best episodes. Even I remember that much. It falls flat really hard, really fast, especially in season 2. Professor Brainy Specs says YouTube is having a meltdown. Really, a meltdown. What did Elon Musk buy it too? Not that Twitter has had a meltdown, but people seem to think it is. I clicked on the link for this stream. It showed the correct episode image for today's stream and the correct title, but it said there were over 120 comments for this stream. Maybe, Professor, it's just showing you the future. Maybe your computer is in the Twilight Zone. The comments were for the video you had watched prior to coming to this page. Well, okay, well, you're on a very popular video, I guess. John Araki says, Trip. Bird's confession is voting for Democrats every frickin' time. A lot of people think the confession is about Democrats. It's weird. The Traveler, formerly known as Wesley Crusher, says, greetings, Karogans, dirty turds, and friends. Is Bird late? Not late. I just started late because this week with Thanksgiving, my physical therapy days and hours got changed. So today and Wednesday, the stream was at 5:15 instead of 4 p.m. So Enterprise Wednesday will also be later than usual, probably 5:15 also. Just what it is. After that, we'll be back to normal. Only today and Wednesday is the only changes. And the Traveler says, does anyone know when Salty Trekker streams? I haven't got a notification for him in quite a while. He stopped streaming, the Traveler. He said to just come to Berto Prey 5 streams. He recognized I was the superior streamer in every regard and just sent everybody here and says, to go ahead and unsubscribe from his channel so that you don't accidentally get notification. Hakeem says, my confession, I like episode 1 and 3 better than the original trilogy. Wow. Interesting. Professor Brainy Speck says, the Traveler, formerly known as Wesley, that Salty usually broadcasts Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern, Thursday late afternoonish 5 p.m. Eastern, Friday 10 p.m. Eastern, Saturday 10 p.m. Eastern, and Sunday early a.m. John Araki says Gary 8. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says Kapla all, Kapla Gorilla. John DeMarco says greetings, everyone. Greetings, John DeMarco. John did a video today on the presidents of the Federation. Check it out. Thomas Potts says very late. I'm not late. It is exactly on time for today. 54.5 Axis Radio says, has the busload of priests to hear Bird's confession arrived yet? No priests are needed for these confessions. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Mr. Londell's groovy movie says, kapla, kapla, Mr. Londell. Gorilla says, do you know, Birds, last time someone was this late, my daughter was born 9 months later. Oh, congrats, Gorilla. Maybe you'll be having another child. Todd Jenny says, confession day, question mark. If you wish to confess, Todd T. Berg, you are welcome to. John DeMarco says, who can read lips? Mike Richards is laughing. I was muted. Todd Jenny says, all the missing ships, I stole them all. Gorilla says, mute. Miss Lundell says, no sound. It's too bad I wasn't reading the chat. Todd Jenny says, you can't hear Vertebrae 5 in space. And then he wrote out, no sound, every other letter with a space between it. Professor Brainy Specs says, what? You are muted, no audio, says 47. Muted sound, says Hakeem and Todd. Professor again yells muted. CDJ yells muted. John Araki says, son of a bitch. Miss Lodell says he's jabbering on, and nobody can hear. Todd Jenny says he's confessed. Yeah. He's confessing. Mamo Pray admits she heard me. Thomas Potts says, oh my God, he's defecting to Kurdistan. And we can't hear it, says Todd. Jenny. Professor says, I think he's fooling us. He knows it's muted. I did not. I honestly didn't know it was muted. Hakeem says, can't read lips. Todd says he's blue check marking himself as Donald Trump on Twitter. Mr. Londell says, turn your damn mic on. Todd Jenny says, watch the light bulb go on in 3, 2, 1. CDJ yells muted. Professor says, Vertebrae, we are so happy for you. When is the expected date of delivery for your bundle of joy? Todd says, that was a dim light bulb. John DeMarco is face palming. CDJ says, it's World Muted Day. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, Bird is ignoring the chat, unsubbing. Mike Richards is laughing. Orion Star says, no sound. Apologies, Orion Star. Todd Jenny says, I'll confess, I'm in an airport waiting to pick up my girlfriend. What airport? Asked Mamo Pray. Sisso Pray is at the airport headed to San Francisco. The Traveler, formerly known as Wesley, says, someone super chat him so he can turn on his mic. CDJ says, you are muted. Todd says, have to fly and pick her up. Hakeem says, might be a rant. Too bad no one can hear it. It wasn't a rant. Professor says, I don't think he wants us to know his confessions. He finally noticed, says Bradley Briggs. There it is. Ms. Lindell says, you were about to do an entire stream, you did. And there's Wesley's super chat to turn me to turn on the microphone. And Professor says, you're still muted. No. John DeMarco says, excellent Floyd to get super chats. Professor says, we can't hear you. It's still muted. Sure, it's not. Todd Jennings says, did Trump know it's confession day? Professor Franny Specs still insisting it's muted. We can't hear you. Bird, turn on your mic, unsubbing. The Traveler, formerly known as Wesley, says, Bird, I have a false confession to make. I am soft putty. God damn it, is that a real confession or not? Professor Brainy Specs is worse than Matthew. Fix your mic. Yeah, but I'm afraid you gotta do Wordle. Todd Jennings is continuing with my confession. Bringing my girlfriend home tomorrow. She had an Audi Indy operation. Professor Brainy Specs face bombing. Fix your audio. Todd Jennings says, yes, that's right. My girlfriend is trans, so leave poor bird out of your poor bird taste jokes and face me. Lol. Todd Jennings says, Jim Carrey and Liar Liar. It was me. There was always Deej and farm animals. Yabba dabba bird. Okay. See, somebody heard me say something about Flintstones. So there we go. I know you can hear me. Ms. Lundell says false confessions to the assassination of J. Edgar Hoover. Stan Lee took advantage of himself. Todd Jennings says Bird confesses to hosting Hillary's server in Kiroga. Listen, if I had the opportunity to, I would have. Stan Lee says, but not only because if the Clintons come to you and ask you a favor, you don't say no. You don't say no to the Clintons. If you say no to the Clintons, you're likely going to commit suicide the next day with 3 shots to the back of the head. Shot himself in the back 8 times as suicide. Stan Lee says, but not nearly as often these days. I'm worried I'm neglecting myself. Don't worry, Stan. You can always take advantage of yourself. LDG says, howdy, Bird. Howdy, LDG. CDJ says, confession. I farted in church. Confession. I fart all the fucking time. Okay. Have you ever farted and blamed the dog? It's happened. It's happened. Sorry, Sassy. Stanley says crispy sock day. Lisdexic. Yes, I'm not Lisdexic. CDJ says, I can't wait for World Beacon Sandwich. Oh, shit. I just got what crispy sock day meant. I never did that into a sock, okay? Never, ever did I ever even consider doing that into a sock. And I don't understand the guys who do. Or I think it was just something they did in a movie once. And then everybody's like, and somebody's like, I could use a sock. Who the fuck would even think to use a nasty, dirty fucking sock? Even if it was clean. I wouldn't use a sock for that. That's just nasty. Kleenex, tissues, sure. Not a sock. CDJ can't wait for World Bacon Sandwich Day. That does sound good. Stanley says, what is a Klingon political structure? What is the Klingon political structure? Exactly. You have your houses, and the most powerful houses have seats at on the High Council, and the High Council makes rules, and they put the rules out to the other members. to the other houses. And Jedi Bill gifted a membership. And Jedi Bill gifted 2 memberships. Thank you so much, Jedi Bill. And Positive Candor and Sci-Fi Nation got those memberships. Thank you so much, Jedi Bill. Kapla, Jedi Bill. Jedi Bill, by the way, guys, recently passed 2,000 subscribers. Check on Jedi Bill. If you're not subscribed already, I'm sure everybody here is. But if for some reason you're not, please subscribe to Jedi Bill. Jedi Bill will be surpassing me in the number of members. I have no doubt. Probably, if not by the end of this year. And Jedi Bill with a 3rd gifted membership. Thank you again, Jedi Bill. And Yvette, the lovely Yvette, got that membership. Thank you again, Jedi Bill. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey, Artemis has already swung around the moon. Okay, thank you, Professor. I guess I misheard. And, I misheard the fact that it was going to take 28 days. I'm sure maybe it's 28 days of science or something, not that it's taking 28 days to get to the moon. Stanley says there's some sort of bloodline following. It is not a democracy. No, it is not a democracy. There are royal bloodlines that determine who has a seat on the council, and lesser houses pledge their allegiance to stronger houses. Todd Jenny says, Artemis. Artemis. That's not, it doesn't mean that. Stan Lee says, CDJ, as long as you don't blame it on Jesus. The Klingon houses, no. Jesus does not have a say. CDJ says, Stanley, I blame it on Curry. Q and heads on pikes had promise, says Stan. Todd Jenny says, Sassy hates Democrats. Well, actually, Sassy's quite fond of Democrats. She just hates people who give away her jerky. She does not forgive or forget. Todd Jenny says, I hear in Karoga it's Thanksgiving Day. Not yet. Karogan Thanksgiving lines up with American Thanksgiving. Yvette says, good evening, Bird, and everyone. Good evening, Yvette. Stanley says, does physical therapy help? It does. It does. Even if it doesn't, get me walking, it keeps the blood flowing. It strengthens the muscles in my legs. It keeps me mentally it helps me mental focus. It gives me something to look forward to a point. But it's good. It's exercise. Exercise is good for the body. It's good for the brain. It definitely helps. It definitely helps. I wish it helped more, but it helps. Thomas Potts says, I wasn't late. I started late. Stanley says, any donation, just send it to Bird. He'll make sure Salty gets it. Absolutely. Jedi Bill says, Kapla, brother warrior, and hail Karoga. Kapla, Jedi Bill. Hail Karoga. Yeah. Stan Lee says, Thomas Potts better than finishing early. Cinnabon Bunny says, hello, confess you're part of the Jep Nerdy rigging conspiracy with Professor Brainy Speck. I am not part of the Jep Nerdy rigging conspiracy, Cinnabon Bunny. But Cinnabon Bunny did an epic, 4.5 hour stream last night. I fell asleep to it 3 times, woke up. He was still streaming every time I woke up. Then I had to rewatch it. And Cinnabon, you are absolutely one of the funniest YouTubers I know. You would be a tremendous credit to anybody's live stream. I honestly can't believe that you don't think you would be funny. Personally, I think there's much better streams you could be on, but whatever you wanted to do, they would be lucky to have you. Um, and that's honest. That is the God's honest truth. I'm surprised to hear you speak about yourself like that. John DeMarco says, thanks. You are welcome, John. Stanley says, does anyone still use Skype? I do. Skype does exist. Yes, it exists. I use it. Professor Brainy Specs says, Cinnabon, confess that you are off your meds. As a result, you have wild delusions. Well, maybe that's why he's so funny. Professor Brainy, Positive Candor says, I am sick of the internet. Is that a false confession or a true confession? Either way, I get it. I get it. Pop Culture Curator says, hello, everyone. Hello, Pop. Pop Culture Curator says, Kapla, Vertebrae, hope you and the family are doing well. Doing okay, Pop Culture Curator. Hope you are doing well. Professor Brainy Specs says, positive candor. Maybe you just need a break from it. I don't know. I don't know. You take a break long enough, you decide maybe I don't need this at all. The Traveler, formerly known as Wesley Crusher, says, Berto Pray 5, I have a confession to make. I am John Fadah Reem. What happened to that guy? John Fadah Reem, it sounds so familiar. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. Positive Candor got a gift of a membership from Jedi Bill, as did Sci-Fi Nation. Thank you again. As does Yvette. Thank you again, Jedi. The Traveler says, more Kurogans thanks to Jedi Bill. Absolutely. Todd Jenny says, wanking 101 with Bird. Wow, I see. Now that's a class I could teach. I don't know how I get paid, but I could. Pop Culture Curator says hello to Jedi Bill and to Cinnabon. The Traveler says three new members. Todd Jenny says the power of three. The Traveler says off to work I go. I will listen later. Take care, Traveler. Sci-Fi Nation says thank you, Bill. Hail Karoga. Sci-Fi, I don't know if you were on Doomcock stream, but this past Friday at like midnight or very late, I wake up, Doomcock stream is playing, and I hear a super chat from Sci-Fi Nation. Do you know the Karagan national anthem from B.O.P.? That's supposed to be Doomcock's voice. I know it sounds nothing like Doomcock. I had to make a different voice. So I was like, Sci-Fi Nation, Karagan, VOP. Holy shit. Sci-Fi Nation is asking Doomcock if he knows the Karagan national anthem from Bird of Prey. But since Doomcock had no idea what Karagan is, and BOP, he wasn't thinking about me. He didn't know how to answer you. But he did get to your super chat eventually. I don't know if you were there to hear it or not. I was. I was hysterical. I wrote in the chat, I don't know if Doomcock ever saw it, that it's pronounced Karagan, and it's a long story, but one day I'll tell him about it. But thank you, Sci-Fi Nation, for sending him that super chat. Unfortunately, Doomcock does not know the Karagan national anthem, but maybe he will for next time. Sci-Fi Nation uses a 6-month super chat. Friend of Karoga super chat says, thank you to Jedi Bill for the membership. All hail glorious Karoga, and of course the God Emperor Bird O'Prey 5. Thank you. Sci-Fi Nation. Yeah, we've got to teach Doomcock the meaning of Karoga. Todd, Jenny, gotta go, Bird. Take care, T-Berg. Jedi Bill says, Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you, Jedi Bill. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Positive Candace says, while you are reading this, Artemis just completed another orbit of the moon. Awesome. Awesome. Thomas Potts says, what is brain? Syphilis is kapla, everyone. How is everyone? I'm well, Syphilis. How are you? I know Monday is a tough day for you. It was your chemo Monday. So I hope you are doing well. Cinnabon Bunny says thanks. You are welcome, Cinnabon. Professor Brainy Specs. Excuse me. Too many P names. Professor Brainy Specs says, Thomas Potts, I'm offended by your question. Syphilis says Skype is Teams. Well, it's still Skype for me. Positive Candor says, wow, talking about false confessions to Cinnabon. That wasn't a false confession. Stan Lee says, get paid by the liter. Maybe by the ML. I don't know what we're talking about. Mike Richards says, free socks. We ordered. I've got a whole bunch of new socks. I ordered socks that were too small for my feet. Now Mama Prey had to order bigger socks. Thomas Potts says hello to Jedi Bill. Stanley's is asking Doomcock to sing the Karogan national anthem, lol. Yeah, I was shocked. I would have been more shocked if he knew what the hell it was. I was a little disappointed he didn't know how to pronounce Karogan, but whatever, we can fix that. Mike Richards says, greetings to Professor Brainy Specs. Syphilis says, did everyone enjoy the rest of the Scary Door yesterday? Yeah, I think everybody did. Yesterday's Twilight Zone. Couple of good episodes, couple of good stories on those episodes. Positive Candor says, I guess Bird of Prey hates sock puppets as well. No, I've made sock puppets more than once in my life. I don't have a problem with sock puppets. Syphilis says, only every third Monday is chemo. I couldn't imagine every week. Okay. That makes more sense. I get it. Well, I'm glad you get 2 weeks off then. 2 weeks off before another. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, so NASA created a black blob of printering. That's a hole. So NASA created a black blob of printering. That's a hole. Gorilla, I'm not getting it. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey, I'm surprised that you allow Thomas Potts to be so abusive toward people on your streams. Thomas Potts is generally non-abusive, but occasionally he is. He has a license to be abusive. Like he's the James Bond. He's the James Bond of my streams. He's got a license to abuse. Gorilla says only 2 of the stories were good. The others sucked. Wow, that's not bad. Positive Candor says NASA created a black hole too. And Thomas says, no, you're not gonna leave, Thomas. No, nobody leaves. Okay, this is the Hotel California. You all can enter, but you can never leave. Right? That's the song. Such a lovely place. Lovely place. Oh, did we? Yes, we did Hello World Day. We did all the other days. National Stuffing Day. Okay. Okay, let's check. Let's check the news. Suspects in Colorado Springs Alphabet nightclub shooting. Oh, I didn't even know. Key freight rail union rejects deal. Increasing strike risk. That would suck. That would be a rail strike going into the holiday season. Freight trains up moving. Toilet paper going to be hard to get. An unthinkable morning. 1 dead, 16 injured after car crashes into Apple Store in Hingham. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a tragedy, but 1 person dead in a car crash, it's hardly unthinkable. Hardly unthinkable. Dog filtered skinned 3 miles from brutal Idaho college murders weeks before. Jesus Christ. Let's just keep going. Politics. Watch Adam Savage explore the Star Trek USS Enterprise model. I watched that video on YouTube. It was boring. I'm sorry. I usually love Adam Savage. I usually love Star Trek videos, the Star Trek model in the Smithsonian. But Jesus Christ, that particular video I thought was one of the most boring Adam Savage videos, one of the most boring Star Trek videos I've seen in a long time. Police tracked traffic of all national ISPs to catch pirate IPTV users. Who cares? Nobody I know was arrested. Parents welcome twins from embryos frozen 30 years ago. Twin babies already 30 years old at birth, except they weren't. Okay, they're not 30 years old. Their genetic material was, but they're still counted as being born at 0 years of age. Okay, so I have a confession. I have a true, real confession. No, Mama Pray, you know about this. You know about this. The embryos frozen 30 years ago. Over the decades. Okay. Many years ago, way back in 1995, 1994, I was in high school. I had just started creating my own web page, okay, back on the original version 1.0 of the web, where it was still, you had to choose, where it was Netscape Navigator or Internet Explorer 1.0 or Netscape Navigator 3, and the blink tag was new, and I created my own web page, and I used to get tons of hits. And then I created a web page for my high school, very much with the idea that it would be what turned out to be Facebook. But my goal was to do it for high schools. But some scumbag teacher from the high school heard what I was doing, and that I was going to let students rate teachers, and oh my God, he was in such a panic that he fucking scared the shit out of me, lied to me. He was with the people who founded the internet, and he could get me shut down. And he fucking ruined. I would have been the first. I would have been. I could have been. I could have been Zuckerberg before Zuckerberg had even fucking realized that he liked girls yet. Okay. I could have been that. I could have been it. We could have had the first Facebook at Edward R. Murrow High School in Brooklyn, New York. But instead, anyway, he made me leave it. And so I gave him a very basic website, and it continued on, and they built on it, and they built on it, they built on it. And to this day, Edward R. Murrow, one of the very few high schools, or what, the first high school in Brooklyn, the first high school in New York City with its own webpage. When I did it, okay? It was unofficial, then it became official. It was my code for years and years. Anyway, the point being, I always like to make websites, okay? And over the years, I threw my hands at many, many websites. Some were for business, some were serious attempts to make money, and a lot or some were just for fun, just for the lols, okay? Just for the lols, as we used to call it. And the biggest one for the lols I ever did was a website called babyonhold.com. Now, 10 years ago or 8 years ago, I finally gave up the domain and I lost it. So babyonhold.com now only exists on the internet's Wayback Machine. In fact, we could probably check it out. The Wayback Machine. The Wayback Machine, baby. Babyonhold.com. Now, understand, this was Web 1.0, maybe 1.5. Okay, started in 2007, and it went on to, I'm surprised. I don't know what it was in 2020. It's probably just an advertisement. I would guess it went on to like 2016 or so. So let's see, what do we got here? January 9th, 2016, one snapshot. Okay. Oh, I had already closed it. Baby on Hold has been forced to cease operation for immediate release out of La Jolla, California. After 7 years of public operation over 12 countries, Baby on Hold and Life on Hold Enterprises is being forced to shut down all operations. Without pointing fingers, CEO Lawrence Northbush, which by the way was my porn name. I'll explain that. It's your middle name plus the street you grew up on. Of course, I didn't grow up on Northbush, but it's a road in Caroga. The street I grew up on, Flatlands 10th Street, wouldn't have made a convincing porn name, but Lawrence Northbush, that's a good porn name. So so Lawrence Northbush was CEO, blames the shutdown on various political and socioeconomic factors, including the weak dollar, fear of inflation, rising cooling and energy costs around the world, anti-government guerrillas in Venezuela, the imminent passing of Fidel Castro, expected unusual solar activity, the increasing threat of mega tsunami, the Stuxnet virus, Apple's failure to approve our app, and a very unfortunate and totally unpredictable and unavoidable case of spontaneous human combustion on his yacht of longtime companion Alicia Madonna Jackson, who reportedly was the only person to know all the passwords of Baby on Hold's critical computer systems. What this means for you. If you are a customer, you will be reimbursed a portion of the total amount paid minus 20% for every year your fetus was successfully stored. If you wish to have your fetus reimplanted, contact us at the priority implantation service line number you were given at the time of original service. Note there will be a 50% restocking fee for implantation at this time. If you wish to discard the fetus, simply do nothing. If you are a prospective customer that had not yet started the hormone treatments, we are sorry, but the service is no longer available. Please consider giving your baby to a local firehouse or police department. Most of those places will take babies these days. Do not attempt to raise your baby yourself. If you were a prospective customer, we have already deemed you unfit to have a baby at this time. If you have started out the hormone treatment, seek immediate medical attention or will not be able to provide for the final dosage. Failure to heed this warning may result in multiple births and or herpes. We are happy to announce we struck a deal with a wish to be unnamed world power, which has eagerly agreed to take any unclaimed fetuses. Therefore, the rumored eBay auction will no longer be necessary. Well, I guess that world power was probably Kuroga before I even knew it. On behalf of the Baby on Hold PR team and everyone at Life on Hold Enterprises, I wish to thank all of our bold customers. We made history here. We may not be in any textbooks, and we may not be mentioned in any political speeches, but history nonetheless. The upcoming reality show based on Baby on Hold called Ice Ice Babies is also regrettably been canceled. Update May 8th, 2012. We're deeply disturbed by this news out of Korea, but rest assured, we have been assured by Chinese government officials this does not involve Baby on Hold fetuses. And I think that was a link to a real news clipping. Will it come up? Well, we'll see. Anyway, so this was Baby on Hold, and your baby on hold. It was basically a site where it encouraged people who didn't want to have an abortion but didn't want to raise their kid to just have the fetus removed from them, put in indefinite storage in our various storage locations, and then at some point later, when they're ready to have the child, we would reimplant the fetus and let the birth continue as normal, which, I honestly thought was probably a valid business plan if I could find money and whatnot to get it done. I think there would have been a serious thing here. So I created the website. I found pictures. I made a fact page. What is Baby on Hold? Baby on Hold is a service that brings cutting-edge technology to the rescue of the modern American family. Using the most reliable and state-of-the-art technology, Baby on Hold allows for the removal and cryogenic storage of unborn fetuses from the womb. The fetus is stored indefinitely at our facilities. When the mother is ready, a 2 or 3 month hormone treatment is utilized to return to the mother a childbearing state, and the fetus is thawed and returned to the womb. The pregnancy continues at its normal pace, and the baby is born naturally months or years after initial fertilization. Is it safe? Absolutely. Blah, blah, blah. Is the baby affected by the freezing process? Probably not. Isn't this just an abortion? No. How long can a baby be on hold? Well, practically forever. What's involved in the removal of the fetus? Don't worry about it. Can baby on hold services be utilized after birth? There's an experimental procedure. Can you freeze a miscarried baby until a cure is found? Sadly, no. What is our success rate? Our risk adjusted success rate was over 96%. How many babies are currently on hold and can I see them? At the time of this writing, 250 fetuses are currently in storage. Over 180 fetuses have been successfully reintroduced to the womb, and 100 have been born. In 2 cases, stored fetuses had been successfully introduced to the womb of a surrogate mother due to poor medical conditions of the biological mother. Due to the nature of business of Life on Hold Enterprises, does not release the location of our cryogenic storage centers. To learn more about Baby on Hold, visit our About Us, our technology page. If you're a customer, you can log in and watch in real time. Right, that was the other thing, was if you were a customer, you could log in and see a video of your particular fetus in storage. Anyway, it says, what if I die or I'm unable to carry the baby to term? At the time of consultation, there are a number of what if decisions you will be asked to fill out and sign, so your future of your fetus is always certain. Options include, but are not limited to, indefinite storage, birth by surrogate mother, adoption, scientific research, or termination. Can I put more than one baby on hold? Absolutely. We have several occasions removed and cryogenically froze twins. You can store multiple fetuses over time. The second fetus is stored at a 20% discount off the normal first fetus rate, and additional fetuses are stored at a 30% discount. Anyway, it was all fun and la ha ha ha. And my friends and we, Sister O'Prey, we all laughed. We all. I had t-shirts made.
Oh, yeah.
I had t-shirts made with the Baby on Hold logo, which was this baby in an ice cube. And also, it's not doing it now, but when you went to the website, it played Ice Baby. Just the there's a MIDI file, an MIDI file. So it was just the music, no vocals, to Ice Baby. And I might have in the very beginning had a coupon that you could bring to your local Planned Parenthood for 20% off. That was when I got my first cease and desist letter from Planned Parenthood. Joe Biden donated $1.49 and says, I love this idea. Unfortunately, for some reason, U.S. births are much lower than Roe vs. Wade. I pledge 80 billion taxpayer dollars to fund your idea. Don't tell anyone I accidentally ate the turkey. I pardoned. Now I have feathers in my mouth. Hail Karoga, number 22. Oh, Mr. Biden, you ate the turkey and now you've got feathers in your mouth. But thank you. Yes, it is actually a great cause. Baby on hold. However, the confession, I wasn't ready for the emails, guys. I wasn't ready. The first couple, I was pretty sure were people joking along. But over time, more emails would come in. Women begging for more info. How do I find this? I really need this. Oh my God, this is the answers to my prayers. And God is my witness. Some of them were honest. They weren't joking. And those were the funniest of all. I'm so sorry. They were. They were. Um, Planned Parenthood sent a cease and desist surprisingly quickly. How did they even fucking know? I didn't, I mean, it wasn't advertised. Somebody must have read it. Somebody who worked at a Planned Parenthood or thought it was serious. See, I was pretty good at advertising my websites. And like somebody saw it. Somebody got somebody at Planned Parenthood. Somebody got a lawyer at Planned Parenthood to send me a cease and desist. So quickly did I cease and desist that I got a follow-up letter from Planned Parenthood that luckily, and again, this was way early in the day, okay? Internet stuff was still new. They didn't realize they hadn't made a copy of it, so they didn't have a copy anymore to show as proof I ever did anything wrong. And they tried to make me commit to the fact that I ever had something on the site. And I was just like, listen, I don't know. There's nothing on there now. If there was, it was an accident, I suppose. I can't confirm or deny, events to which I did not witness. And if you have any future issues, you can reach back to me at this address. Yeah. Baby on Hold. One of my favorite websites. I wonder what's going on. What happened? What's what is this most recent? I'm guessing it's just an advertisement. Yeah. Unfortunately, babyonhold.com got bought by some apparently Chinese or Japanese or Korean, I don't know, site that are just throwing ads on it now. But yeah, this was before I had to close it down. Current storage center statistics: ambient temperature 68, stored fetuses 311, fetus and throwing process 2, power reserves full, coolant reserves 98%. The hold button for life, trademark. Oh, the Baby on Hold store. Yes, the Baby on Hold store. That's where you could buy your Baby on Hold merch. Okay. Unfortunately, actually, Baby on Hold might still be in existence. I don't know. Is the Baby on Hold store still there? Cafe Press / Baby on Hold. No. No, they took the store down. They took the store down. Oh well. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, Baby on Hold. Women's T-shirt. No, it's not. It's not available. Oh well. Anyway, so that's yeah, Baby on Hold. Oh, South Korea to target powdered human flesh capsules. That was the link. That was the link I had. South Korea says it will increase customs inspections targeting capsules containing powdered human flesh. The Korean Customs Service said it had found almost 17,000 capsules being smuggled into the country from China since August 2011. The powdered flesh, which officials said comes from dead babies and fetuses, is reported to thought by some to cure disease and boost stamina. But officials say the capsules were full of bacteria and a health risk. Yeah. 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 So um Gorilla says, I can't believe you forgot Artemis killed Tasha unsubbing.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mama Pray.
Go back
Oh.
to baby on hold.
Baby on hold. The official baby on hold mug still survives.
I knew that was one here somewhere.
Mama Pray.
Yes.
Mama Pray found the baby on hold. I put a fetus in an ice cube and saved it in Paint Shop Pro, and that became the official logo of Baby on Hold. Oh man, those were the days. Yes, I forgot Artemis killed Tasha Yar. Nobody leaves Kuroga, says Mike Richards. Professor says, Gorilla, you might want to double check. I don't think Artemis killed Tasha. Armis killed Tasha. It was close enough. Close enough. I still didn't think of it. Syphilis is dog filtered. Yikes. Filet. Oh, left filet. Yeah. John DeMarco says, if you got Armu's name wrong, he might want to destroy you with his flake, with a flake of his power. Yes, we saw the OG Green Power Ranger died. Very sad. At least it wasn't Avis, says Professor. The elders of the internet. Yeah, says the list. He was, you know what? His name was Sloan. His name was Sloan, like the asshole from Section 31, except he wasn't nearly as smart. Professor Brainy Specs says, fun fact, Internet Explorer 1.0 was a reworked version of Spyglass Mosaic, as Microsoft had licensed Mosaic from Spyglass. John DeMarco says, somewhere in an alternate reality, Kuroga Book rules the internet. It does. Somewhere in an alternate reality, I became like Mark Zuckerberg times 10, because I would have preceded Facebook by a fucking decade. Imagine Facebook a decade before Facebook. Okay? I would have had an iron grasp on the entire internet. It would just be called BirdNet. Everything would be me. Every business, I would control Amazon, I would control Pornhub, I would control Twitter, I would control Google, I would control fucking Ask Jeeves, would have been Ask Bird. AOL would have been Bird OL. Cinnabon says, this is where we learned where Bird created the hub. I could have. But remember, Al Gore invented the internet. He might have invented the series of tubes, but I perfected it. Mike Richards' Karoga book became Skynet. Ms. Lindell, so you let a dumbass scare you into not ending up a billionaire. Yeah, Miss Lindell, because we didn't know the difference. Mama Frey, she didn't know what the hell was going on. She didn't understand. Nobody understood then. It's easy to say, oh, now a guy tells you he knows, he's part of the group that runs the internet. You know that's a fucking lie. But back in 1995, to a young high school student, that was plausible. I didn't do porn, but if I did, I wouldn't tell you guys. John DeMarco says anti-government guerrillas are no laughing matter. Well, they seemed like a laughing matter at the time. A restocking fee, yes. Mike Richards says, but the kids complain of feeling cold for the rest of their lives. Ciso Prey brought up Baby on Hold like a week ago. And I said, oh my God, Charlie could be the comeback face of Baby on Hold. She yelled, no! And I said, don't you think you should ask him? The Traveler says, wow, cryogenic babies. What will we think of next? Yeah, it's a 20% discount. Yeah, I had it was a coupon, and it named Planned Parenthood by name, and they were not happy. They were very not happy. So I changed it to your local family planning center, and then there was nothing they could do about it. Ice Baby, yeah. It was so great. Ice Baby would play in the background, and it didn't say Ice Baby. It was just the instrumental, So like you knew, like you didn't hit it. Some people they heard it and they knew it, but they didn't know what it was for a while. The Travelers says, now we know where all the orphan miners came from. Yeah, it was always a thing. I guess it was always a thing. Standard Kurogan tactic, I can't confirm nor deny. The Traveler says it's tragic how Bird's ideas all got shot down before he had a chance to shine. Gorilla says, Bird, you're being shadow banned. You're not even in my subscriptions. It happens. Professor says, what's a shadow ban? It's where the shadow bans you, says Wesley. The shadows. Moxley fan, Kapla, says, Kapla, Bird, hope you and the family are doing well today. Doing well, Moxley, thank you. Maji says, I missed the intro. We, the people. Pop Culture Curator says hello to Gorilla. The Traveler says, or is it when the sun bans you to the shadows like a vampire? Ms. Lindell says, okay, that was disgusting. The damn Chinese. Yeah. I don't know. Why is China making pills filled with human baby flesh and fetuses? Mike Richards says, who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. Gap After Dark says, Kapla Bird, Kapla Gap. Hello, everybody. Pop Culture Curator asked Jedi Bill, when's he streaming again? Bill streams almost every night. Gap After Dark says, Gorilla Random Thoughts. Whole bunch of people that I'm subscribed to or not listed. Agree, Bird is being shadow banned. I don't see him in my live feed at all. Well, that happens sometimes. It happens. Maybe the word confession. I don't know. They don't like it. They don't like it. Or because of my recent video calling out Armin Shimmerman. Maybe that's what's causing it. BirdNet would be a frightening place, says Professor. Bird made MySpace. Technically, the Traveler, I kind of did. Eastland says yes. In a different world, Bird World is the mega corporation that supplies all your needs. Ask Jeeves would have been Dear Bop, says Syphilis. For sure. Syphilis says people would probably be showing up at Planned Parenthood looking for info on putting their baby on hold. Well, that honestly, I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. Gorilla says Professor shadow banning is when they hid your videos from people you were subscribed to. Professor says Gorilla, I don't understand. How are videos hid from subscribers? Who are they? YouTube. Like there's times Salty will be streaming and I won't have got, not only will I not have got notification, even when I go to the main YouTube page, there's no video. There's no link. There's no anything. I have to go to his own page. And only if I'm on his own page, and even then, not always, does it show that he's actually streaming. Syphilis says the video calling out Shimmerman was right on the money. Laughing. LMAO. Thank you, Syphilis. The Traveler puts in all the custom emojis. Thank you, the Traveler. Professor says it doesn't happen to him. Well, I've seen it happen to much bigger YouTubers than me. So honestly, I'm honored that if it occasionally happens to me, I understand. I've seen it happen to Doomcock. I've seen it happen to Nerdrotic. I've seen it happen to Salty. And God knows who else it's happened to, and I never noticed. Because that's the whole point. The point is you don't know it happened until it's long over. They successfully keep people from showing up at the stream. Okay, let's do some Dear Bops. Maybe there's some confessions, maybe not. We'll see. Okay. And a big thank you to Gary Katzer, aka Rock Solid, who found the video for the link of the Car of Tomorrow that I talked about last Bed Life. This video where it's built with a window to see who you run over.
Just let them try to get away.
It's quite funny. Now, it wasn't a Disney cartoon. I was confused about that. It appears to be a Warner Brothers cartoon.
This same model has a glass bottom. So
the glass bottom. So when you hit somebody, you can look down and see if he was a friend of yours. Hilarious. It's also got some other interesting cars like this that looks a lot like a woman. Even has a butt on the back. And then there's this one that tells you, has a blinker that tells you if you're making a left or a right, but it also has a speaker that announces when you're turning left or right. But it also can do it
It also works
for
women drivers.
women drivers.
Turning right. No, left. Right. Straight ahead.
So yeah, you can imagine. You can imagine what it's saying there. So thank you, Gary. Really enjoy. It's called The Car of Tomorrow, and I'll put the link. I'll put the link in for those interested. It's a short one, but it's not politically correct. Let's put it that way. It is extremely not politically correct, but it is hilarious. Dear Bop, oh, this was me. I was testing it. I made a couple of changes in the Dear Bop that LDG pointed out would be better for SEO, and I wanted to make sure it still worked. Okay, a copyright strike update from Gary. We won. Congratulations. Rock solid. I saw on Twitter that it turned out the guy who copyright struck Rock Solid had no idea what the fuck he was doing. He didn't own copyright. He is in a patent dispute with the with something that Rock Solid was reviewing, and the guy doesn't have any copyright leg to stand on. He really didn't know what he was doing, but it certainly wasn't a copyright issue. So congratulations. It's unfortunate that it even got to that point, that YouTube would even allow it to happen, but at least he won. Dear Bob, I understand that Salty is fighting health issues and such, but he's no longer working from my understanding and is at home on disability. Why can he not support you and the channel by occasionally showing up for a stream like he used to? I don't know. Listen, Salty, if he doesn't enjoy the streams, he doesn't have to come. Okay? I'm assuming he doesn't. And if he does enjoy them and he wants to just listen to them later, that's fine too. Okay? I have no reason. I don't want to listen. I have my own. Salty and I debate on a number of issues, including politics and whatnot. Okay, but I enjoy many of his streams. He claims to enjoy many of my streams. Yeah, he's not here. Maybe he is here. He just doesn't want to talk. You know, the problem is you go to a stream, you start making comments, then people expect you to respond to comments. And like, you just want to sit back and listen and be entertained. You know, I go to many streams myself and I don't post in the chat that I'm there just because I want to sit back and be relaxed. And I don't want to feel like, you know, people start asking me questions and I feel bad if I don't answer them. So I understand it. I get it. I don't know that he's not here. And even if he isn't here, it's his loss. It's his loss. Would be nice, like he used to come, but maybe he's just busy, man. I know listen, when I'm not feeling good, the first thing that happens is I stop going to streams. I stop wanting to participate. I just want to kind of shut everything out and you know, recede from the world. So, what were you saying, Mama Frey?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Mind my own business.
Hello, Joe. We are disappointed to see that you've outed our long-term plans. You have been a crucial plant in the field for us to destroy those who pose us. You helped us by supporting and promoting one of our longest and staunchest supporters for President Donald Trump. Having Trump be the pseudo leader of the Republican Party has helped do more to destroy the Republicans than we could have hoped. We are sorry to see you have shared our partnership, but to thank you, we will be sending AOC to your home to take care of you. Just remember to breathe deeply, just close your eyes, and it will all be over quick and short. You have done a great service to us and your country. Jamie Harrison, Chairman of the Democratic National Committee. As long as it's AOC coming and not Hillary Clinton, we're okay. Dear Bob, did I hear you correctly admit that you are a sock cutter? A sock cutter? Sock cutter? What is that? Sock cutter? No, I did not admit that. You know, I'm trying to. I think you're. If you think I'm trying to confuse the C and the S, but even then, no. Dear Bob, talking about the rail yard strikes, I hear the trains are coming. It's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. It's time keeps dragging on, but that train keeps a rolling on down to San Antonio. Yes, that's a song.
There goes, yes, and there goes the train.
And yes, the train is now going through my backyard. The multi-gunman says, Bird, welcome, multi-gunman. Kapla. Dear Bob, good night and good luck. Signed, Edward R. Murrow. Yeah. Yeah, that's the man with whom the high school was named. Multi-gunman says, hey, Bird, what's new? Same old stuff, multi-gunman. Same old stuff. How are you? Dear Bob, I don't understand my fortune cookie. It says, do to yourself that makes you feel better. So did my fortune cookie tell me to masturbate? Perhaps, if it makes you feel better, whatever. Not in the, don't do it in the restaurant. Okay, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they meant don't do it in the restaurant. They just didn't have the room on the cookie. Okay, not even in the bathroom of the restaurant. I mean, if you have to, then for God's sakes, go in the bathroom. But don't. Just wait till you get home. Okay, don't do it in the bathroom. Don't do it on the subway or the bus or the back of the Uber or whatever the fuck else. Just wait till you get home. But if you are going to use the Uber, make sure it's an Uber XL and certainly not the community Uber where you have other people in it. Do they even do that anymore since COVID? Did they finally put that to death? I don't know. Dear Bob, your kissing Dax video is too short. It doesn't give me enough time to get the lotion out. Wow. Well, you just keep making the super chats happen, and they'll just keep playing it over and over and over again. And we wonder why we're shadow banned. I don't wonder why we're shadow banned. I know why. Okay. What else? What else we got going on here? Fashion. And fashion. Okay. It's National Gingerbread Cookie Day. It's World Fisheries Day. And it's National Dentist Day. I don't know about you guys. We're kind of 50-50 on dentists. Some are good, some are not so good. Unlike Joe, right? Every Joe is a good. Never had a bad Joe. I'm just saying. Professor says, hey, ignored. I didn't ignore Multi-Gun Man. I didn't ignore Multi-Gun Man. Let's see. What do we got? Well, since somebody asked, go ahead and get the lotion ready. Howdy, YouTube. This here's Birdo Prey 5, and I've got an original song for you today. It's called The Ode to the Unknown Subscriber. And it was written by... Sorry about that. Maybe we'll play the Ode to the Unknown Subscriber at the end of the stream. Bird, you have one more, dear Bob. Okay. Let's go. Let's go to the Dear Bob. Dear confession, I ate a dog just to see what it tasted like. It was a bit rough going down. Syphilis, as she starts kissing the Borg Queen right there. Yes, yes. Though it's definitely not the Borg Queen with that makeup. Country music, Birdo Prey country music star. Well, those were the days. Those were the days. I was a country music star. I was the Birdo number 5. The days I used to put on the different, remember the different hair, the different wigs I used to have. I still have them. I just they're just too hot. They're too. What'd you say, Mom? They're all just put away. Yeah, I guess. One day they'll come back out again. One day they'll come back out. Oh, I know why I'm so tired, because I started an hour and a half later than usual. Okay, well, at least I understand why. Okay, guys, I think we're going to call it a day. I'm going to play Ode to the Unknown Subscriber. And yeah, I'm sorry for the late start today, but couldn't be helped. I hope you enjoyed hearing about Baby on Hold. It was so fun. It was so much fucking fun. I might have to bring it back. I got to see if I can get the domain back. Maybe I'll bring it back as babyonhold.org. You wouldn't bring it back now, Mama Pray?
No.
Now is when it's the most needed. Now is when it's the most needed. Professors, it would be so tiring if you would just ignore the multi-gun man like I do. Why would I ignore the multi-gun man? When you say it wouldn't be so tiring, it wouldn't be so tiring. You guys are welcome. Kapla all, and I will see you guys soon again. Howdy YouTube, this here is Birdo Prey 5, and I've got an original song for you today. It's called The Ode to the Unknown Subscriber, and it was written by me. One sad morning. It goes a little bit like this. I woke up this morning and opened my channel. Every day is a battle. Every sub more important than branded cattle. But this morning when I checked my stats, I was shocked, I was saddened, I was surrounded by bats. A YouTuber lives and dies by his numbers, always editing, always avoiding the blunders. But last night, a mistake I must have made, 'cause I lost a subscriber. I'm a failure to my trade. Where did my subscriber go? Why did he leave? I mean, it could have been a chick, but no. Why did my subscriber leave? Did I insult them? Did I make fun of something they believe? Are they angry? Are they hurt? Was there anything I could have done not to get burnt? When, oh when will my subscriber return? I can change, I can improve, I can even feel the burn. They're gone, they're never coming back. I need to move on, cut myself some slack. But every precious subscriber, even if I don't know your name, every precious subscriber, I love you all just the same. So I will always miss my unknown subscriber. They didn't leave a comment. What more could I have tried? Maybe I could have given them a briber. Or maybe they just died. Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night. This is Birdo Prey 5 saying Kapla. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. If you want to visit me, check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. And if you're really crazy, you can send me some money on PayPal. Take care. Howdy YouTube. Here's your partner, Birdo Prey 5. Howdy YouTube. Here is Birdo Prey 5, and I'm here with my I'm a failure to my trade. Thank you, YouTube, for hearing my song. Thank you, YouTube, for listening to my song. Howdy, YouTube. This here is Berto Pray 5, and I'm here with my original song, Ode to the Unknown Subscriber. Always editing, always avoiding blunders. Did I insult them? Did I make fun? Did I insult them? Did I make something? Thank you very much, YouTube. You've been great. Remember to tip your waitress and check your truck for a change of oil. Little 10SW30, a little extra, and never did hurt nobody. I'm just gonna, me and my guitar, we're gonna miss that unknown subscriber. Oh, it's a story as old as America, older even. Thank you for listening to my song. Thank you for sharing in my heartbreak. And if you ever become that unknown subscriber, always remember, I will miss you. God bless. Good night. And Kapla.